We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's the opener of a new NFL season. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Wilson, and his throw here is incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action. It's Wilson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Okay, right.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Love. This throw over the middle taken in by Cole. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Here we go. Here we go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Love. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
To the air again, Love. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Gay's kick is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Throwing is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Love. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try to settle for field goals.
second down. Back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Wilson. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll take it just outside the 40. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Flush to his right. It's complete to Cole. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mixing up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run. Sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of this size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And Gay knocks this one through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now Wilson. Open man is Uzomah.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in and picks up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lock it. Ready, go.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Eluding the pressure right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Love now. And some room to roam now. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Love. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. From the gun to give to Mixon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later.
They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Following the interception, Love. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Gay is on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson's throw here hauled in by Kupp. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Got it.
On first down, Wilson. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Again, Wilson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will close the gap down to 14. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
So we've reached halftime here. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he returns this to the 22. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. To throw now, here's Love. Finding Williams once more, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Okay, ready?
On second down, here's Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Play fake. Here's Love. He'll buy some time right. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards on the play. Love looking to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki from 8 yards out. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks.
And he's going to go down again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, Love. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for Rams.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. The 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And they'll put up the... guys will get it at the 25.
The football going back to the Rams now. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now here on EA Sports.
Ready.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. There he goes right side. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Gay is on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Rams ready to go on offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Now Wilson.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter,
touchdown, Texans. Tyler Higbee from 17 yards out. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That'll give them 8 that time. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Throwing is Wilson. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now here is another interception. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd.
Pierce will try to pick it up, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.